Yo, it is the delusional season for me. Like everybody is so delusional these days. What is going on in America, Jack? So Latasha Scott do her Ricky Smiley interview, and literally everybody is a liar. Nobody said, not even a Brett is a liar. Shit, the Brett lying. I mean, everybody lying. The Brett, Tiny Mama, Tamika, everybody is a lie. I'm telling y'all, man, if this ain't a Jaguar right situation going on in front of our face and y'all playing, it's just a calmer version of y'all want us to believe these delusions no matter what is going on. Yo, check this out. And then Kandi Burruss calls in and respond. Let's get into it.
And Latasha, thank you for coming this morning.
For sure.
But
It's family. I mean, you know.
let's go.
Yeah.
We are so happy to have you, and thank you for taking this interview, unplanned and at the last minute, gracing us with your presence. You are a legend. And let's get into it. Latasha, you know Brett, Gary, Maria, Rock T, Special K.
What's up, y'all?
What up,
Hey, everybody in the building. What's up, Brett? What's
All
up?
right, so a lot has been said out there in the media about you, and you know, you and your sister Tamika, and we want to clear things up from your perspective. What happened and where did it start?
I'm not sure. Once we started to film, everything started to go crazy. You know, like I tell people, I signed up to be celebrated. You know, all of us, to be honest. 30 years in the game, that's what it should have been. There are so many things that I don't understand about editing and just how everything is kind of transpired. So all I can say is I signed up to sing. I signed up for good stuff, and it ended up not being that. And I just wish I never would have signed up for this. You know, to be honest. And with my sister, she's always going to be my sister. That's my family. We go through highs and lows, and everybody got peaks and valleys. It's just right now we're going through it in the public eye. And I just ask that people would allow us to do that without judgment and allow us to be sisters and figure this out, you know, so.
So now, Latasha, now this girl, you know who this is, so I ain't got to introduce myself to you.
You do
But
not.
Latasha, now we've been following the show SWV and
Yes.
Escape and what have you and stuff, and the madness has been going back and forth with you and Tamika with the $30,000 alleged that you're supposed to have taken from her and your husband Rocky. So my thing is, did y'all take the money? And I know you said in a report that to get your sister back, you would give her back the money, and $30,000 is not that much money, especially with you and Rocky. So my thing is, did y'all
wait a
take the
minute.
money? Did you
I,
cash the check?
I never said give something back. I said I wanted my sister back.
Oh,
and I said
I
if
thought
it
you
takes $30,000 to bring us back, then I would. That's what I said. But no, it's a very delicate situation, and no, we didn't steal anything from her. No, we did
But why
not.
is she saying that? Why is she saying that?
That's
Because
not what
there was a video where she actually had the accountant on, and the lady showing the receipts.
There was an accountant on?
If
No,
not,
that was
whoever the white-
that was Latamika mama.
Oh, okay, no, she's
the white
not an
lady.
account-
Yeah, that's Latamika mama.
That's yeah, no, she's
That's-
not.
that's
an
But
account-
she
Tiny
said
mama.
that all the checks went to you and your husband.
That's not true.
So one thing that Tamika's mama said was that she alleged that you and Rocky changed the address to your apartment in New York versus her house in Hampton. Did that happen?
First of all, my sister didn't live in New York, and no, all of us were staying with my mother, but no.
Well,
No,
she
it
said
didn't
she didn't know who Edwin or Edward Bivens it was, and she found out that was your husband.
Okay, well, everybody knows it's not true.
Everybody know what's not true.
Edward Bivens, come on now.
Oh, I don't know his name.
Okay.
I know his name.
Well,
Rocky.
she does.
Oh.
She
Well,
knows
let me just interject and say what I've been saying the whole time. Even when Kandi, Tasha, and Tiny came on Dish Nation, I've been around y'all since I was kids, and
Yeah.
what I do know to be true is no matter what you did or said when we was little, your sister would definitely take your side, whether you was right or wrong.
And vice
And I guess
versa.
that's how sisters do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it was so that made it like 2 against 2, and it made it because to me you always seemed like the person everybody had to listen to, I guess because you was the oldest. But Kandi always seemed to be the one that was hurt and slighted because they had to take your side and follow what you said do.
You said Kandi was hurt and slighted?
Yeah, slighted because everybody took your side because you
On
kind of
what-
was the
on
leader
what-
of the group.
Right, but in what instance can you say that about?
Remember we used to be on tour and stuff like years ago. Just Kandi would just always seem like she would be sad. Just I don't know, different instances. Like we was on tour for a long time. We did a lot of stuff together back in the
Yeah.
day when we was kids.
I don't remember her being sad though.
Really?
No.
Oh, I think I seen her be sad a lot and kind of like down.
And are you saying that that's because of me, Brett?
I'm saying because they took your side most of the time. It seems like because even if you wasn't right or if you was wrong, your sister would always take your side, and you was like the leader of the group back then. Was you not like the leader back then?
Well, at the end of the day, that's my sister, and most times when you have a sibling, that's the bond that you have. It's not so much as trying to bully anybody. It's just that's how we were brought up. That's the bond. As far as me being the leader, I've always been that person who when it comes down to it, musical, making sure everybody was on their notes and stuff like that. So, and when you're speaking, I don't know what instance you're speaking about, but.
Okay, well, I'm just speaking from what I did witness about her being like sad and stuff.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that.
All right, y'all, we got.
She was sad.
I think she said that. I actually rewatched the other show. What's the other one y'all did before this one? And I think she was like almost crying, saying, "How could you not see when she was sad? She was sad all the time, and she felt attacked all the time, or something like that."
Oh, okay, well, no, I don't remember that. I remember her saying that she felt like we didn't have a bond, she and I.
Right.
But not that she was sad all the time. This is my first time hearing that.
Okay.
All right, y'all, we got Latasha Scott in with us this morning. We got more questions. Big show with escaping SWV going on, all of the stuff and the confusion about the money, the checks, the affairs, the tapes. Whole lot more stuff coming up. You don't want to miss it. Ricky Smiley Morning Show. We got Latasha Scott promoting a new gospel song called Thou Shalt Not Steal. Okay, stop. Hey, stop. Brent, don't do that.
You did that.
Stop. Y'all so damn
God.
y'all are some of the most negative and messiest people in radio history. And you really need to get therapy, and every last one of y'all need to go and reevaluate yourself. Hey, sometimes the devil get into it, but that don't mean you had to laugh at it. Listen, we might be talking to Latasha Scott. Darren, you need to stop.
Oh my God.
You need to stop.
Don't you
Everybody
blame
calm
me.
down, because y'all about to ruin this morning show, and then we're going to get suspended like we always do. We know we get suspended twice a
Need
year.
an interview.
That's right, Ricky. You better lead us in the right
Lead,
direction.
follow Vine.
I'm following, brother.
Follow Vine. I will lead you.
Y'all all gonna turn to a pillar of salt.
Okay. Jesus.
A good suspension is healthy for your career. We ain't been suspended in a while.
Bro, look at here. We might be talking to Latasha Scott. We're trying to get her to come in here. She's looking.
Look.
Latasha. I mean, because we went in there and looked in there. She was kind of looking, like when they don't make eye contact with you, they make. So I didn't say nothing on the radio. Only somebody said something was Brant and Gary. Okay. If we can get her to come in here, we're gonna try to do it. Y'all, everybody that's in that car, I'm so sorry that the show is going left, but we're gonna make up for it. Trust us and follow us as I follow the Lord. More Ricky Smiley Morning Show coming up.
All right, we have Latasha Scott here with us this morning. Of course, she has a brand new gospel album, and we do want to talk about that. But continuing this conversation, and Latasha, we want to thank you for your time because, this was kind of spontaneous. But my question to you, Latasha, is, I went to your Instagram, heard your beautiful new gospel record, and you sound amazing. You look amazing.
Thank you.
What would you like to see happen in terms of the drama happening with your sisters in Escape and you all coming to a resolution? Do you see you all coming back together? So that it's not a distraction from you trying to promote this gospel album?
Just that, resolve, us coming back together, understanding that all of us have to be held accountable for the things that we've said and done, and just communicate, in a way where it's not the pointing of the fingers, but if it's something that you have to say, get it off your chest and just keep it moving. Because really, I really like to apologize because the fans don't really need this. It's supposed to be about the music, but it's not that. And when it came down to this reality stuff, I'm a singer. I'm not. This reality thing ain't me. Thought that it was gonna be different, but not. But I would love for us to get to a resolve. I've reached out to my sister, everything. So it's not me trying to hide anything or run away from something. It's just, I guess, time.
Right.
All right, hold that thought, Latasha. They pushing us into commercial. Hold that thought, y'all. More Latasha Scott coming up next. Ricky Smiley Morning Show. What's up? Great song right there, y'all. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Latasha Scott. Hey, Latasha. First of all, let me say you have a beautiful voice, and I love that song.
Thank you.
Let everybody know how they can get this record. This is definitely a powerful motivational
It's on all
song.
digital platforms: Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora, anywhere you want to look, it's there.
All right, y'all. Latasha Scott, Apple Music,
Make girl music.
Spotify. and let everybody know how they can follow you on social media.
At I am Latasha, and that's LATOCHA.
LATOCHA.
Yes.
Latasha, because folks, some old people gonna say Natasha.
Yeah.
natural.
I mean, I will ask that you guys would pray for my family, pray for me and my sister. That to me, family is everything outside of everything that's going on. I love her, and I just, if y'all can do anything else, since everybody want to judge, pray for us.
There you go. That's a good point. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up and show your love, right? And thank you for coming doing this interview.
Sure.
We really appreciate you. And I thank your husband, bro. Thank you for clearing everything up. We appreciate y'all always. Y'all are always welcome on this morning show. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up for the one and only Latasha Scott.
Yeah.
So Candy instantly responds as soon as the interview is over, like she did not give it a second. Do you hear me? So Candy is TTG, okay? Because she was ready for everything you had going, girl. Check her out.
Listen, I'll be listening to y'all on my app. What you mean?
That's what's
I
up.
was tripping. That interview was very interesting.
Why you say
And
that?
why was it interesting? What are your thoughts?
It was a couple things. I didn't understand what she said. Everybody knew it not to be true, and they were saying that his name is Edward Bivens because his name is Edward Bivens. So I was like, what is she talking about? Or was she trying to say Tiny Mama knew his name? I didn't know what she meant.
So, Kandi, what hurt me, I was saddened by, y'all didn't send her the memo she said for the dress.
She still saying that?
Yeah, she said she didn't get the memo.
Well, child, she didn't send her sister the memo that she was kicking off the record deal either. But hey, I mean, I don't know.
So, Kandi, what are your thoughts on when Latasha said that she feels like she's being bullied right now?
I don't even understand why she feels like, okay, she actually did an interview the other day calling Tamika a liar and basically saying if it's true that she took the money to post the receipts. And that is why Tamika posted the full video of her on YouTube showing receipts of where they had changed Tamika's address, signed the back of Tamika's checks, and deposited them. If she had not kept, kind of like baiting Tamika would have never done that. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people are like, why is Tamika posting it now? Well, Tasha asked her to. You know what I mean? I guess she thought Tamika wouldn't really show the evidence or whatever, but Tamika did. So it's just like, as far as anything else, I hate when people do things or, and then they want to come back and play victim. It's like, you're the one that's saying some things and and we respond.
Right.
As simple as that.
If you had to guess, Candy, how much? Because Tamika said that she was being nice when she said that the check was for $30,000. She said she was just being nice by saying that. If you had to guess about how much money you think was stolen, if you had to guess.
Well, I don't know how many checks were going to them before she realized it, because basically we received the checks kind of like multiple times a year. And so in the beginning when they first came, because we were late finding out about Sound Exchange, the first couple of checks were at a hefty amount because it was like back pay, you know what I mean, for what they had already been collecting. So I can't give you an actual number just simply because I don't know how many checks they received on her behalf.
Right.
Oh my God. Brett,
So my question
go
to you,
ahead, Maria.
Kandi, is, you've experienced so much success individually, not just as an artist, but also as an entrepreneur. We've seen Tiny do really great things. Do you think that like Latasha feels like this is her time to shine as an individual, like she never got the opportunity that maybe you and Tiny had, or could that be behind all of this?
Well, I think at the end of the day, we all get the same 24 hours. So just because somebody else was able to accomplish something more, it is what it is. Everybody what comes to you is because it's what you work for. You know what I mean? Now, does she probably feel like it's her moment that she needs to do what she needs to do? That is possible. And I don't even think there's anything wrong with her wanting to do a gospel record. It's just for us, it's just every time it's time for her to do a solo project, it's the attitude that comes with it. You know what I mean? It's like, as far as her doing gospel, like, we all wish her success. We hope that she does, well or whatever. We're in a bad place, obviously. It's playing all out on television. It's playing all out on social media. But we've been having these problems. We just
That's
for
what
so
I
long.
tried to say. I've tried to say that.
You're
But she
right.
tried to make it like, Brett, you loved on me. That don't mean I loved all of y'all. That don't never mean that. I'm just saying everybody did have like a fear for her. And it is what it is. Like, I ain't got to lie, Craig. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, girl, and I told her I watched Escape Still Kicking It last night, some of the episodes again. And when you tried to talk to her and let her know that you always felt like that. You always felt kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Your feelings got hurt a lot. They always took sides, and and how you felt got pushed to the back because Tasha was the leader of the group. And she's like, well, I didn't know that. Yes, you did. I just watched it. Y'all talked to each other face to face. Y'all both was crying. It was a great scene. You know what I'm saying? But now she's saying she'll remember that. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going to just...
Well, she can go back and watch the first season.
That's what I'm saying. It's right there.
Reality
It was
show.
the two of y'all. So... I don't know. And
Yeah.
then Rocky jumped on and said, I know him. I know of him, and I know him from being with R. Kelly and growing up in Chicago and stuff, but I don't know what he does in his personal life. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I can't vouch for anything that anybody does, or I don't know what goes on. I mean, I hear a lot of stuff, but right now the show is what's airing, and this is what we're going off of, what we see.
Yeah.
So,
Right. But everybody that's tuning in, for everybody that's tuning in, we got Kandi Burruss on the phone. And then we, just for the record, we got some clips when we were in the commercial break that we recorded because we continued the conversation during commercial. In that part of the interview, I have not aired yet. We talked about another 6 minutes. So, Kandi, will the group be doing anything else, or is Escape going to be done?
Well, Escape got a lot of shows coming up. It's just the three of us without Tasha. So, like this weekend, we in D.C. We got shows coming up all across the country over the next few months. And, unfortunately, right now we're just not in a place where, Tasha will be performing with us. So it's just the three of us. We're going to still be killing it, still bringing it like we have been. We've been doing shows without her for a minute.
Oh, yeah, we know you're going to do that, Kandi, for sure.
So Kandi, when Lionel Richie left the Commodores, they got another dude that looked kind of like Morris Day to fill in for Lionel Richie. Are y'all going to be doing any auditions for somebody to, because the show got to go on?
To be honest, we don't really feel like we need to do that because realistically, Tamika can sing all her sister's parts. And it's no shade to Tasha, but she can't, Tamika is very capable of singing all her sister's parts. So,
right.
Kandi, I'm not trying to be messy or nothing. Would y'all even consider letting Miss Juicy come out there and sing a couple of songs?
Of course. Miss Juicy, definitely. We got to get her outfit made.
So what would it take for reconciliation, Kandi? Because at the end of the day, it's, people feel like it's entertaining to see the back and forth, but I hear the pain in your voice. I hear the pain the concern, not the pain, the concern in both of y'all voice. Yeah, the concern, because they're sisters. And as black women, we want to see y'all come together. It may need to be a different version of sisterhood than y'all had before. But what would you say it would take for reconciliation for y'all to find just a peaceful resolve?
I think it really starts with the sisters. You know what I mean? It starts with them. They have to work out. They have a lot to unpack or whatever between them. And then conversations after that can be had. As far as Tasha and I, we ain't never really got along since we were kids. And just like Brett already explained to you, it's like I'm used to this. You know what I mean? And I don't think she ever really cared when things upset me. But, it's different when it's her and her sister. So if I just feel like if the two of them figure it out, then later on, we can all have conversations. But honestly, right now, everybody just needs to take a break and let some time pass.
In space, yeah.
Well, Kandi, do you think y'all will ever get back together again and maybe just do a gospel album together for y'all?
Lord, well, what's going on right now? I ain't giving gospel, friend.
not at all.
No. Not at all,
It's not giving gospel.
Hey, you never know what could possibly happen. Right now, I don't see it, to be honest with you. I don't see it.
All right, Kandi, tell everybody about the show and how can they follow the show and anything that you're doing and how can they follow you on social media?
Okay, thank you. Well, we're on the show SWV and Escape, the Queens of R&B, and that's every Sunday night on Bravo at 8 p.m. You can watch all the repeats on the Peacock app, streaming app. And then if you want to catch us on tour, Escape, then you can just go to Ticketmaster and pull up Escape. We got all our shows that's coming up on there. I hope we get to see you guys soon. And follow me on social media at Kandi, Kandi. And we're on DC on Saturday. I think the show is almost up.
Oh, wow, that's crazy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up and show your love for the one and only Kandi Burruss.
So everything that Latasha asked for, she received, but for some reason, it was not up to par for her. She asked if this had happened, where's the receipts? She produced receipts. Now the receipts, we all stayed together in my mama's house. Not her. But it was true that you stayed with your mama. But it ain't true that she stayed in New York. She stayed with your mama. It ain't true that Tiny Mama know that them checks was sent to the wrong address. She still got the same papers. I don't know. Brett line. I just don't know what done happened, y'all. I need to see the part that was filmed and not just recorded. Honey, I don't know. Y'all, we need to pray for Tasha, man, because she done lost it.